The story begins with a recap of what's happening in the previous episodes. Last time, Iron Man confided in Captain America after his weapons were abused to gain power. Captain America claims that although Iron Man believes in the future, he believes in people and chooses to believe in him despite the doubts that Iron Man has in himself. Meanwhile, General Thaddeus E. Ross has finally given in to his obsession over the Hulk, and he turns himself into a monster, the Red Hulk. It was later seen that the Red Hulk, Falcon, Doc Samson, and the Winter Soldier met with their leader, Del Rusk, an alias of the Red Skull, when he posed as the US Secretary of Defense of the United States. The following day, Del Rusk held a special press conference reiterating his bans on the Avengers. He claims that although some revere them as heroes, he sees them as nothing but a superpowered army who works above the law, posing a real danger to the hardworking American citizens. He promises the citizens to keep watch over and detain them should they go beyond the law. Iron Man was distracted by Del Rusk's announcement that his focus dwindled while in a simulation training with Captain America. Captain America tells him not to worry about Rusk as politicians come and go while their work lives on. While Iron Man thinks he has the advantage in the fight, Captain America catches him off guard when he throws his shield to cut the wires on the machine on top of them, bringing it down while Iron Man backs up and crashes against a wall. Tony thinks the Avengers need a new leader after being beaten in a simulation. He claims he formed the Avengers to get the job done, but something was always missing. Although it took him a while to catch up to the 21st century, Tony believes he's precisely the type of leader they need. Captain America is honored that Tony would suggest it when the Avengers mansion is suddenly under attack and toxic gas has filled the training room. Iron Man is okay, but Captain America is exposed to the mysterious gas and loses consciousness, but not before he turns red. Not only was the mansion attacked, but the red smoke leaked to the outside, where passerby are infected and chaos ensues. Iron Man brings the weakened Captain America to the infirmary and calls Thor to assist the people while he tends to Captain America. Although it is already too late to save those exposed, Thor arrives on the scene and slings his hammer around to create a vacuum to pull the red smoke away from the city. Black Panther and Wasp meet Iron Man in the infirmary and worry for Captain America, given the vitals they are getting. Even Jarvis is unable to determine the virus. Given its extensive database, Captain America regains consciousness but starts to panic when he sees his reflection looking like the Red Skull. Wasp suddenly feels weak and loses consciousness when she too turns red. Black Panther suggests getting a blood sample from both victims so they can work on an antidote, when Jarvis alerts Iron Man of an incoming call from Defense Secretary Rusk. Rusk claims that the Avengers crossed the line when they supposedly stored dangerous biotech, which broke out, and claims that is what happened. Iron Man tried to explain that they were attacked, but he would not listen to them. He claims this incident proves what he has been saying for a long time, that the Avengers cannot be trusted. Rusk declares that he is shutting down the Avengers until further notice. Iron Man asks him to give them time to sort it out, but he interrupts them, claiming he's taken it upon himself to handle the situation. Suddenly, armored tanks show up outside the mansion to keep them in. Iron Man and Black Panther continue to work on the antidote. Although Captain America is showing some resistance to the virus, Iron Man suspects it must be because of the super soldier serum in his blood. Later, Jarvis alerts him that the army has sent a unique team of operatives by Chopper to handle the situation. As they blow up the front door, Dr. Samson, Falcon, and the Winter Soldier walk in under orders of Defense Secretary Rusk. Captain Marvel confronts the intruders who warn them of their actions against the Avengers. Winter Soldier shoots a bazooka at her, which sends her flying. When she remains unscathed from a sudden attack, she claims she doesn't fall that easily, when Dr. Samson sends her flying against the column with one punch. Meanwhile, Thor had pulled the red smoke out of the planet and returned to the mansion when the Red Hulk attacked midair, sending him crashing down. Captain America regains consciousness and grows impatient, doing nothing. Wasp tries to calm him down, saying that the others are already working on an antidote. But if he insists on going, she will go with him. She tried to stand up, but her knees gave in before Captain America caught her when she fell. He claims that she needs to rest when Winter Soldier suddenly shows up and claims that he is not in the right condition to handle him. Captain America quickly tells Jarvis to override the security lockdown, but Winter Soldier is too quick. Captain America was shocked to see his swift reflexes and asked him where he learned it. While Iron Man and Black Panther continue to come to a dead end, Black Panther is suddenly not feeling well and falls to his knees. When Iron Man unmasked him, he too turned red. As Iron Man worries over Black Panther, Dr. Samson suddenly appears behind him, ridiculing him for being helpless. Iron Man is shocked to find out that he was working together with Defense Security Rusk. Iron Man quickly asks Jarvis to close the security door on him. While Dr. Samson tries to break down the door, Captain Marvel catches up to him, barely managing to walk. She tries to put up a fight, but he claims that she's getting weaker from the sickness by the minute. She eventually gives in and falls unconscious. Thor is in an intense fight with Red Hulk at Liberty Island, who cuts him off as he returns to the mansion. As they meddle their strength with each other, Thor decides to use his trump card and attack Red Hulk with lightning, which proves to be ineffective given Red Hulk's smile after getting hit by its attack. Their fight severely destroyed the surrounding area and government property as Red Hulk tried to topple down the entire Lady Liberty statue. Thor threw his hammer Mjolnir at him, sending him flying toward the ocean. Falcon heads deeper into the mansion looking for something when Hawkeye suddenly confronts him. He claims they are saving lives and can save them if he cooperates. Hawkeye calls his bluff, claiming he's healthy enough to deal with him, who shoots an arrow when he tries to escape. Falcon dodged all of Hawkeye's arrows and then charged at him as he tries to get a better shot. Falcon urged him to surrender and claimed they had brought this upon themselves. Thanks to his quick thinking, Hawkeye pulls out one of his sonic arrows and throws it at Falcon, who is knocked unconscious from the extreme sonic vibrations. Iron Man continues working on the antidote now that Black Panther is also exposed to it, while Dr. Samson continues to break down the door. Jarvis later patches an incoming call from Hawkeye, who claims to have figured out what happened. After checking the training room, he found an incendiary device with a built-in emission system. When it exploded, it released the airborne toxin all at once. When Iron Man asks him to scan the device to figure out who did it, Hawkeye claims he had seen it back when he worked for the Department of Defense during his days at S.H.I.E.L.D. Iron Man wonders why Rusk would set them up when Hawkeye also falls unconscious when exposed to the virus. Dr. Samson finally breaks down the door and informs him that they are taking control of the situation per orders from the Defense Secretary when Captain Marvel sneaks up from behind him and knocks him out, who is also exposed to the virus. Iron Man has finally had a working antidote based on the last sequence he just ran. After a successful test on Black Panther, who reverted to normal after being injected with the antidote, Iron Man continues to give everyone else the working cure. When Iron Man gives the antidote to Wasp at the infirmary, he finds Captain America is missing and wonders where he could have gone in his condition. Iron Man heads out to the White House, where he manages to track down Captain America's tracker. He's suddenly engaged by a group of destroyer planes who orders him to fall back. Iron Man refuses and tries to shake them off, but they surround him. Iron Man asks Jarvis to give him a clear line of shot at Captain America and shoots the antidote from a long distance. The Winter Soldier brought Captain America before Defense Secretary Del Rusk under his orders. Rusk then kicks Captain America, but not before claiming he has done all this for his benefit. With Captain America on his knees, the antidote was supposed to hit him when Winter Soldier catches it in midair before it could reach him. Rusk then carries on with his beating when Captain America unmasks him to be the Red Skull underneath. He claims he will crush him and everyone he holds dear and continues the beating. Seeing Captain America getting beaten up, Winter Soldier was clearly affected by it, especially when Red Skull ordered him to finish him, but instead injected him with the antidote. Red Skull has taken his actions as a betrayal and is about to execute him when Captain America disarms him when he throws his shield at him. Captain America claims they still have a score to settle and charges at him. Red Skull shoots at him, but Captain America uses his shield to block the shots and throws him outside over the window. When Red Skull tries to get the gun, Captain America is onto him and punches him. Iron Man arrives on the scene along with a few reporters. Captain America returns to the room to confront Winter Soldier, but he was already gone, leaving an empty vial of the antidote, to which he wonders why he saved him. Later, Red Skull and the rest of Code Red are detained and brought to S.H.I.E.L.D. Iron Man explains to the team that S.H.I.E.L.D. will be working on Falcon and Dr. Samson to fix them after Red Skull brainwashes them. Thor worries that the Red Hulk he fought is nowhere to be found. Iron Man claims that the news footage the reporters got of Captain America and the Red Skull at the Pentagon was being played worldwide, which could help promote good PR for the Avengers. Hawkeye hopes that they look into how Red Skull managed to get into the government as Defense Secretary. After all the bad publicity the Red Skull made for the Avengers, it was all thanks to the efforts of Captain America that they were shown in a different light. Captain America, however, continues to wonder who Winter Soldier is as he looks at the empty vial he left behind. The end. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos, and please make sure to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified about our latest videos. See you next time!